Okay, I'm going to show you how to do an average standard deviation in a simple bar graph in Excel. So first, a good thing to do is put some headers for your data. So I'm going to put length, age, and pregnancy rate here. This is not going to be the same as your data. I'm just making this stuff up. Okay, so I'm going to put on different okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do one more. Alright, those are my lengths. My ages are going to be okay, and then my pregnancy rates I'm going to put in here too. Let's see. Again, I'm just making this data up. Okay. Alright, so now I'm actually going to move this over once. So now what you're supposed to do is get an average and a standard deviation of each. If you double click right there, it'll make it the right size. Okay, and the way you do this is through this function here. There's different ways to do it. You can click on here, and it'll ask you what to do. So you can click on average, and then hit OK, and then it'll ask you what range of numbers you want to do. And so you can just, it actually already assumed the right one, B2, 3, B9. Right, B2, 3, B9. But if you want to, you can click on this. It'll ask you which ones you want to do, and you just select which ones you want it to do, and then hit enter. And it'll calculate that average for you. Now, there's a number of ways you can do it. After you've found the average, let's say if I want the average of this next length, I can just drag this over, and it'll calculate the average for this next length, or I can drag it over again, and it'll do average there. Okay, so let's just show you. Boom, it gives me the average. Another way to do it is if you just hit equals and then start typing average, it will pop up the function right there. And then I can double click on the function and select the data and hit enter. Okay, so now I have averages for those three. Now to do standard deviation, you can do it in either three ways. So I'm going to do ST. Actually, let's hit the function button. And I'm looking for standard deviation. And so it'll look for that in here. If I hit go. Alright, it took a while, but there it is. Alright, so it has all these different ones. We just want this regular one, STDEV. So there's a bunch of different ways to take a standard deviation, but we just want STDEV. Alright, so I can double click on that. It asks me, it already assumes I want B2 through B9, which is correct. Or I can click on this and highlight the ones that I want. Don't include the average, right? You don't want to, you just want of your original data. And then I'm going to hit enter, hit OK, and there it is. Another way to do it is hit equals STDEV, and then left parentheses, and then you select the data you want. Now I don't want that last one though. Nope. So I want through C9, right? And hit enter. Oop. Alright. Same thing for the last one. Okay, so that's the first part of your assignment, is finding the average and standard deviation for these. Okay, the second part is you're going to either take the age or the length data and make it into categories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some oldies and some youngins. Okay, and so the old ones are going to be these top 4. Okay, but I don't want this data. I'm not going to use their age. I'm just going to separate these into 2 groups. So these 4 are old and these 4 are young. Okay, and what I really want though is their pregnancy rate, because I'm going to average the pregnancy rate. So the 4 old ones are here, the 4 young ones are here. I want to get the average of those pregnancy rates. So just like before, I'll do equals average, left parentheses, select them, hit enter. And I can do the same thing here. I don't really want that. There it is. Alright, so now I'm going to restructure it so it's going to be easy to graph. So I'm going to put old and that there, and I'm going to put young and that there. And this is all I'm going to graph. I have the average pregnancy rate of my old group and the average pregnancy rate of my young group. Now if you want young to go before old, then just move it over. Then all I have to do is select these, go to insert, and I'm going to insert a column. Boom. And I just want a 2D column. I want it to just look simple like this. And there it is. Gave me the graph that I want. Now this isn't enough, right? Well, I guess this is enough. So we have young. I've got the average of each. You can mess with it. Like if you want it to start to 0, you can format the grid lines. Oh, I don't want that. Format the axis, right? And I want the minimum to be 0. So now it comes from 0. Okay? Alright, and that's it. That should be enough for your assignment.